Who's right? Who's wrong? You decide. Hash it out with Frank Garay and Brian Stevens. Brought to you by Redmond Wholesale.
Hi, I'm Carl Markman with Redmond Wholesale. We're incredibly proud of our history of educating and partnering with the broker and banker community to prepare you for what's next. We've always been committed to same-day turn times on initial underwrites, which allows us to earn your business each and every day. We're happy to sponsor the following program.
Hello, my name is Brian Stevens and this is Frank Garay, and thanks for joining us on another edition of Hash It Out. Today we want to talk about something that we're quite familiar with, and that's video blogging. In the 21st century, in the age of hyperconnectivity, we're all looking at different ways to communicate with our clients. Just a decade ago, we thought texting was a silly thing, yet we're using that more than we're talking on our phones right now.
Yeah.
People are blogging, people are using social sites, and one of the ways to communicate where you don't actually have to sit down and bump gums with somebody is to send them a video.
Right.
We've always said that videos are a great way to communicate because it gives somebody an opportunity to know, like, and trust you, all the while you can continue on with your workday without having to meet them.
Yeah.
You can also clone yourself with a video and send that out to a number of people and have one-on-one conversations, very much like we're doing with these guys right now, Frank.
Right.
But there are some benefits and pitfalls to video marketing for real estate agents and loan officers, and we'd like to share a few of them with you. Frank, what are your thoughts?
Okay, I'm going to start with this. If you're going to enter the world or think you're going to enter the world of doing some video blogging, I think it's really important to make sure you do it at least pretty good. Knowing that people want to get into it and try, and seeing the result of that a lot. We have, because we used to coach on this and train on this. Boy, there's some really bad, horrible videos out there that people think are going to be advantageous to them, and they're not. They're actually detrimental. So I think going into it, you really got to think to yourself, can I just do this on a super, shoestring budget, or am I going to have to kind of invest a little bit into this? I'm telling you, it'd be smarter if you invest a little bit into it, and you're going to have to do it on a very consistent basis just to get started in this conversation.
So I'm going to disagree with you a little bit on this.
Okay.
I don't think you need to invest a whole bunch of money to make this work. You don't have to have the green screen. I think you have to have a decent microphone so you get nice sound, and you have to have a fairly decent camcorder. But with that said, I think the biggest investment that you need to find is going to be how you convey yourself. More importantly, if we're doing it on a consistent basis, we have to make sure that if we're going to reach out to people, that we need to talk to them about things that they like to talk about, things that they want to hear about. I'll give you an example. We were speaking with a group about sharing some messaging with our databases, and the concern was, we already send a lot of stuff to these guys. We don't want to wear them out. My response to that would be, if you're wearing out your database with your message, you are not sending a good message in the first place. So if you consider using video for part of your marketing, A, make sure that you're kind of comfortable with yourself, and B, invest in putting together a very good message, because the goal is you want somebody to tune you in, not tune you out.
Yeah, the thing is that I think the default for most originators will be, well, I have to talk about mortgages. I got to talk about the market. I got to talk about MBS. I got to talk about all these things. And it's true. It's just boring crap that nobody cares about. And here's your conundrum. You still have to be very consistent. The only thing that got us to where we are was our consistency. We did it every day. But consider our audience and consider our message. It's appropriate. So for you as an originator, it's almost like you need to have, and we've taught this, you need to have some sort of another message, something that's just palatable to them, regardless if they're looking for a mortgage or a home or not. It doesn't matter. They just find the information useful, and then every now and then drop in the industry-related topics, but you have to do it on a consistent basis. If you're going to have any success with it, it's got to be weekly. You've got to have a decent quality. Microphone is very important. Don't need green screen, but it has to be a decent quality, right? And you have to have something to talk about besides mortgages. It's a big endeavor. I'm going to say that most guys shouldn't do it. Okay. I'm going to say most of them, you shouldn't even try. You're not going to succeed. You're going to fail at it. You're not going to be confident in it. It takes a certain person, it really does, to be able to pull it off and do it consistently and do it right. Just saying.
It's a little heavy-handed, but
I'm just saying.
With regard to the messaging to your database, unless somebody's in the throes of buying a house or getting a refinance, they're not going to want to hear about rates. I mean, why would you? It would be kind of like if somebody sent you a message, what would you rather get? Something about home warranties from a home warranty rep, or watching a drunk guy get bucked off a horse? Which video are you going to be more likely to watch if you're not in the throes of getting a home warranty?
Probably drunk guy.
Probably the drunk guy getting bucked off a horse.
Right.
I'm not saying that's a message that you send, but if you're going to send something to your database, understand who they are. They're people like you. They like the same type of things you do, the same foods, the same restaurants, the same music, the same social activities. that you do. But if your database is not buying a house, let's not have them tune us out. Try to find the things that you like and that you're good at and that you find interesting, and make that the primary push of your message.
Right.
All the while with a strong call to action is, if you or somebody else you know is looking at buying a house or getting a refinance, you clever little devil, are going to be the one who can help them out.
That's right. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess we're going to summarize this whole thing. I say this. If you think you're going to dive into it, really look into it carefully. Do a couple practice runs. Make sure you got your act together. Do it consistently. And if you can't commit to that, then stick to your newsletters or whatever it is you're doing. Because it ain't going to work.
Yeah, and I'm usually the negative Nelly. Anyways, with that said, you guys have a wonderful day. Give it a shot. The worst that can happen is you get a couple of laughs and maybe you get a lead out of it. Well, with that said, have a great day and we'll catch you soon. Bye.
What's the ultimate measure of a wholesale lender? Commitment. Remen Wholesale is committed to our broker partners. It's why we provide a huge educational platform offering everything from webinars to seminars to individualized training tools in the program you just watched. We understand that our role is to make you look great in front of your customers and referral sources so you can earn more business and increase your income. Find out more at RemenWholesale.com.
This is Mortgage News Network.